All right, so we're now recording. I'm going to play a little bit of Donkey Kong Country 2, and I'm here with my mom.
Hi.
You got to speak up.
Hello.
There you go. And so don't worry, they're not seeing you, they're just seeing the game. Although
I got my Donkey Kong t-shirt on for nothing?
Yeah, I'll show them the shirt later.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay.
So, you have been my mother for 21 years now.
Almost.
Almost, a couple days away.
Oh my God, you're telling my age. Yes.
I didn't say how old you are.
21 wonderful years. Remember I wanted to put books on your head so you wouldn't get any taller? Because I wanted you to stay little?
Yeah, well that strategy didn't work out for you too much.
It didn't, you just kept growing.
My apologies. So, we're kind of here to give a behind the scenes, and I thought, what better behind the scenes on the MC Gamer channel than my mom? So, why don't you tell me about your gaming experience? Because I'm sure we have a lot of people who like games here. So, I'm playing Donkey Kong Country for a specific reason. Do you want to tell your experience with Donkey Kong?
Donkey Kong's always been my favorite game. I started out playing Super Mario, and it was the first Mario they had out, you know, with the Witch Wendy and some.
The Super Mario World.
Super Mario World with Wendy Koopa and all the castles and stuff. But when I got my first Donkey Kong game was when I really fell in love with gaming. And I used to, the kids were little, but I said I was going to get the gaming things for them, but actually it's for me. And they would go to bed, it'd be a school night, and I'd say, after I beat this one level, I'm going to go to bed. I would stay up all night long playing Donkey Kong, and I would get the kids up to go to school, and I'd say, oh, I just got up and put the Donkey Kong in. I act like I just got up and started playing, so nobody would know I'd been up all night long.
Didn't you go to bed with Dad and like then get up out of bed and
yes.
and then you would get back in bed in the morning?
Yes. You guys would go to school and I'd finally get to go to sleep. I wouldn't want anybody to know about my addiction to Donkey Kong.
So you hid it from us all.
Yes. I could not stop till I won, and it was just like, I don't know, it just gave me a feeling that I never got, you know, until I played a video game.
Right. Although you later then.
It's like an obsession.
Now, do you remember my sister Lauren?
No, I don't remember her.
No. No, she got a Game Boy. And I've told the story about how I got started with Legend of Zelda a few times.
Mm-hmm.
How I would steal her Game Boy and play Link's Awakening on her Game Boy, and she got really upset. So what did you do to rectify this on one of my birthdays?
Get your Game Boy?
A Game Boy Color, right?
Game Boy Color.
The purple Game Boy Color, and you gave me Mario Deluxe with it. And that night was also the night that Tyler came to stay the night.
Oh my gosh, you have a good memory.
Yes, and I remember that night because I wanted to stay up all night playing my new Game Boy, because you got me one of those twisty lights, you remember? Those little twisty lights?
Yes.
The little twisty lights that go in your Game Boy.
I remember that.
And he got really upset with me because he just wanted to sleep, and I was like, I want to play my Game Boy.
Yeah, well, he could have slept. You only had a little light there, you know what I mean? It wasn't like you had all the lights on.
Yeah, I think we had a bunk bed, too. Didn't I have the bunk bed then?
Yes. Wait a minute, and it was in...
Correct.
No, you didn't have the bunk bed there.
No, I didn't?
No.
Okay. Also, for future things, Mom, I'll bleep that one out, but trying to reveal actual locations in the world.
Oh, okay.
so they can't track me down.
Yeah, we haven't lived there in a really long time, so I don't think it matters.
Yes.
Yeah, this game was just, the music from it made my stomach feel funny. I don't know what it is. Maybe they put something in these games. But, well, you know, there was nothing like this before for me to reference because, you know, I'm older. We didn't have anything when I grew up.
Right.
We didn't have a VCR. We had 3 channels. We lived in the country, you know. Mm-hmm. And there was just nothing like this. And so when we used to go to the arcades to play games, you
right?
know, like first thing came out Atari, you know, Centipede and Space Invaders, and you know, you got to play, but you can only play when you can stay there and play. You couldn't bring them home.
Right.
So this was the first thing that... actually, I remember Lauren was about 5 years old. I got the Super Nintendo. That would have been...
No, you weren't. You weren't. No, she wasn't 5. She had to be at least like 10 because. Or how much age difference is between us?
Matt, actually, I remember I was living in Conneaut Lake, and
You got the original Nintendo.
Right.
The Super Nintendo we got for Christmas.
Right.
Because I have a picture of I was 1 year old. And you can see me in the background while Uncle Marty and a bunch of people are playing the Super Nintendo. You can
yes, yes.
You see me in the background. I was climbing.
You were playing with the box.
I was playing with the box. And that's where I think it started.
Yes, you were playing with the box and everybody was playing the game. But when Lauren was 5 years old, I remember this had been 1992. Wait a minute. 86, 1991. And it was, what was the first Nintendo?
The NES.
The NES, that's what I got, and that was the one with Super Mario World.
No, that's original Mario.
The original Mario.
Correct.
And that's the one I really started getting hooked on. Because obviously, she wasn't the kind of kid to sit and do anything for... She was always wanting to move, so she didn't play it for... She couldn't sit and play anything for more than 10 minutes.
Right.
So she'd want to be outside moving, so I got to play with that game all the time.
Got Kong.
I remember I used to put her to bed early so I could play, and then like, she'd come out and catch me playing. Mommy, what are you doing? I go, oh, nothing, go back to bed. Are you playing games?
So I think there was a point when gaming became less about you and more about me and Lauren, and I think it was Christmas.
What point was that?
I think it was Christmas 1999, maybe 2000.
You would have been 6 or 7.
And you got us... What do you remember? Remember the big box that was at the end of the hallway? You could see it from the end of the hallway. The N64 box.
N64, yes.
And you got
it's from Santa.
Yeah, and we got 3 games. Lauren got NASCAR '99 because she liked racing because she was weird. You got me The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
And I got Donkey Kong Country.
No, that's for this, not. But no, and you got Super Mario 64 for us both. I remember that.
Oh, I like the N64. That was a good gaming system.
Yeah, that was the first 3D one.
And I remember you guys when I took you down and we were renting games from that little place.
Here it comes! I've told this story before.
And I would never allow my children to play the violent or games that were with guns or anything. And that's where I rented first Donkey Kong because I bought the game there. I bought the Donkey Kong Country game from that place. But the kids were being really quiet after we came home, and I figured, oh, you're back there playing your game and stuff. So I went back, and when I opened the door, your faces looked like a 2 deer in the headlights, and I'm like, what? They had somehow gotten 007
GoldenEye
and got me to rent it, and I didn't even know it. And they brought it home. Oh, you were in trouble. You were in trouble. I took everything away. I took your games. I took the thing, the system, and everything. You couldn't have it.
Yeah, I told that story before to the audience. Cause how did you always describe those games? What specifically about those games didn't you like? You said
first-person shooters.
Right, but you always said you didn't like games where you were the gun.
Right, I don't like games. I didn't like the games where you were the gun. It just didn't make sense to me.
Well, I mean, you were James Bond in it, you know, but.
But you were just a gun. There wasn't any person behind it. It was just you were the gun. For most of the time. Yeah. There were cutscenes where you got to see James Bond and stuff, but... Well, it was just something as a mother that I know. I made a decision on early on when these games came out that I was going to monitor it. Yeah. And that's why I think that you fell in love with the Marios and with Nintendo and... You know, why you always liked playing the Marios, because, well, I wouldn't let you play the other games. You were going to get an Xbox or a PlayStation, because those had more violent games.
Oh, gosh! We're falling.
And then, like, all your friends probably thought you were a wuss or something, because you would only have Mario, but little did they know.
Little did they know what would happen.
Yeah, little did they know.
So, let's jump forward in time quite a bit.
I love that snake.
Yeah, what's his name again?
It's been so long since I saw this.
I know, it's so good though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It stands up after all this time.
I wish I could play, but I have arthritis really bad in my hands.
Do you want to have a go? See.
I want to see. Maybe I should try.
Okay, hold on. Let me grab the halfway point. All right, have a go. Have a go.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know the player how to do this anyway.
Yep.
Hey, I'm doing it, Matt. I'm doing it.
There you go. We're going places.
Okay, I have to remember you go faster.
Oh God, please do not pull the system off.
I almost did. I got all excited.
I know, I can feel your foot jabbing into me right now.
Look at that, Matt. I remember doing all of this. Okay.
You can, no.
I almost did it again.
Please stop pulling
Maybe
off.
You should put that on the floor, Matt.
There's no more room.
Put it on the floor.
There's not enough cord
Oh,
length.
I see.
Just
Whoa.
please. Oh my God. No,
I'm not gonna play for that long. My fingers will hurt too bad tomorrow.
Oh man.
It's terrible when you want to do something so badly and you can't.
Oh, careful! Go! Oh. Oh God.
Take over.
Okay.
Like I can't bowl anymore either. Some things I really like to do.
Oh, you almost
I
missed.
could've got it to the
Yeah,
net.
I'm sorry. I didn't know it was right there. So we're gonna jump forward in time now.
I always liked Funky Kong. Grandma.
So-
Cranky Kong.
So it was the time that we lived up on, and I started, or no, actually, it was during. When was it that I started MC Gamer with Cutter?
That was when I was in town.
Right.
By
Right.
and you, I remember that you guys used a cupboard door or something
Correct.
to. I don't know what were you like. You wrote that it was the MC Gamer show or something on it. I forget what you
Yeah,
guys
something
did.
like that.
Yeah.
And that's where it really started. And
Yes, it did.
And we did a lot of stuff in terms of just making videos there. Eventually became more than just me and Cutter. It eventually became...
That was the start of the MC Gamer, Matt and Cutter, right?
Correct.
Matt and Cutter Company.
Right.
That's where MC Gamer came from.
And then we started doing all those skits, like when we moved out to...
Out to
Correct.
And that's when you remember, because we were always watching Riley and them do the. Is it a good idea to microwave this?
Is a good idea to microwave this? Yeah.
I loved that internet show. I loved it. Jory, Karen, and Riley
McKellen.
Okay. And then you and Cutter and who else was?
Alex and Mike.
Yeah, you did the. Is it a good idea to?
No, the Annihilation
The
Show.
Annihilation Show. That's right. Because you had a blender and a microwave and a hammer or something like that.
Correct.
So you would obliterate everything, annihilate everything.
Although the blender didn't last us very long.
Remember you lined them up on that stone wall in the back?
Yes, I
Lined
do.
the things up. That was a really fun time for you. A light, you know, living
Right.
there.
And this was the portion, like, I kind of stepped out of, like, doing, like, I was playing games, like, I was playing Mario Galaxy around that time and stuff, but I wasn't really thinking about, you know...
You were doing a lot of gaming, you were doing a more, like, the video skit things.
Right. And that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that.
Yes, you did.
Because Mr. Ubiquitous came along around that time, too.
I was losing stuff, though, because Matt always wanted to annihilate everything I had. Mom, do you have anything we can annihilate?
I do not have any
Remember
recollection of this.
You bought a microwave online just so you could use it for the show.
Well, you didn't want us to use your microwave, did you?
No.
So...
You said you're going to do what? You're going to buy a microwave just so you can use... I knew it would be toast pretty soon. It didn't last that long.
Although, it was around that time, I think we're now 2009, that,
How do you know the dates for all this?
well, it's specifically about this. It's about, Zeldathon started.
Oh, I love the spider.
Yeah. Do you remember the first Zeldathon?
The first Zeldathon.
It was up inside the house by and Zach Ondish came over.
Was that a Zeldathon for charity?
Zeldathon for charity, the first one.
I mean, you made $300 for Child's Play.
Correct.
Right. I remember that.
And
Zach Ondish, he was always so quiet.
Yeah.
He wasn't a good one to have on camera.
I actually,
there was no feedback.
I actually met up with him. I saw him at Taco Bell.
Really?
Yeah, he was at Taco Bell along with Travis.
Wow.
And my one friend Clay. And so I met up with them. And
how long ago was this?
It was just a couple weeks ago. Like Mike wanted some tacos, so we went there, and they were just outside.
Oh my gosh!
And
Mike knew them. Mike.
Oh yeah.
Knew you? Okay. So y'all, you were all like went through school together.
Exactly.
From like kindergarten to 10th, 11th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Then you went to cyber school.
So it was around this time that we moved in here to this house.
Your 12th grade cyber school year.
That I'm kind of sitting in here right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I started getting into a game called Minecraft.
This was your first big Zelda-thon was here.
No,
it was at Mike's father's house.
Correct.
That's right.
And the
second one was here.
No, the second.
Third one was.
The first one was at the house by school. Second one was at. Oh my God! Please get the coin. The second one was at Mike's dad house. The third one was here.
Mm-hmm. And the fourth one.
And the fourth and fifth one.
Fourth and fifth one, right? I had 3 in a row. That was enough for me.
And that's when we moved to Liz and
That's
Andy's.
when Matt needed to move out, and he got his own house.
Besides,
oh no, you went to Liz and Andy's for a couple of them too.
Yep. But first let's talk about Minecraft and me making videos and stuff, because I spent a lot of money on...
I bought you your first camera.
That was a long time ago. That was right around MC Gamer, but...
Yes, it was, and I got you that first camera, and that was the beginning of your... with Matt and Cutter and everything.
Right, and then things started going crazy once we moved in here and I started buying...
Oh, that's when you got your inheritance and everything went crazy.
Yep, and I bought a lot of equipment and you were very upset with my purchasing.
I wasn't upset with it. I knew you had a goal. I wasn't upset with your purchasing, Matt. No, not at all. I just wanted to make sure that you were getting things that were going to help you in the future. Because you were getting a lot of those things, but then you were buying a bunch of other stuff too. You know, like I would see boxes of like what Jolly Ranchers you'd order from Amazon.com.
Jolly Ranchers are delicious.
And beef jerky.
Oh no, you're talking about Skyward Sword release day or release week. I remember that. I wanted to do a big thing. I really wanted to have a fun time playing Skyward Sword, so I bought an entire TV and a box of snacks for Skyward Sword release week. So I just wouldn't have to leave the house to get any snacks. It would just be Skyward Sword for 7 days straight, and I took it off for making YouTube videos.
Those were the things that I didn't think that were very wise purchases, but, you know, it was your money. I just wanted to make sure that you were, you know, things that would help you with your career.
What do you think about that? Although, like, we had, like, the whole, when was the point that there was, like, okay, is he really starting to do this YouTube thing for real?
I always had faith in you. I always knew that you had a vision and you always had the drive. You were self-motivated, you know, always self-motivated.
Right.
And so I knew that whatever you were, once you decided what you wanted to do, that you would be good at it.
Right.
And, you know, I always told you that. I said, you know, you're great, Matt. This is great. You're so. I can't believe you did this.
But it was video games. Like, you had to have some doubt that
no.
Like, no.
I never doubted you.
Really? I swear.
Your grandmother did enough for that. For me.
Yeah.
Oh, you just won't keep playing those games.
And what did she say now? Because look, I want to talk about Grandma now for a second. Because so she was all upset about this whole thing about me doing gaming. She was the one upset, not you.
She hated that you had that Game Boy in your hand all the time. That's what she did.
Back at Thanksgivings and stuff.
Then you were outside and you were playing. I go, well, if it gives him enjoy and keeps him busy, you know, just leave him alone. He's a good kid. He's never given me a day's problem. You only did one bad thing your whole life, and that was color on the wall in your room, and then you put yourself in a timeout. And he said, I don't deserve my blankie.
Oh, there we go.
I couldn't even punish you.
Although I did run away from you once at the grocery store, didn't I?
Well, you ran away the first time, and I told you not to, and then we got to Walmart, and you did it again. So I had to give you a swallow in the bum, and that's the only time I ever struck you.
So
you had a diaper on, and you didn't even feel it, but it hurt your feelings really bad.
Question: where did I run away to? Did I run away to electronics? Was this a sign?
You were too little, Matt. You were only like 3.
Darn.
You weren't even 3 because you still had a diaper. You were like 2.
Hey, I went for the Super Nintendo box at 1. I wouldn't be surprised if I headed for electronics by 3.
Oh, you naturally went there. Like Lauren, you could always find her like in the candy or the toys.
Or the sporting bikes.
You'd always be in electronics. Always in electronics. Yeah, I knew from the beginning that you had something special.
But with video, okay, so we're talking about Grandma and how now what's her favorite charity of all time?
St. Jude.
St. Jude, and so our latest Zeldathon, or two Zeldathons, going to raise $54,000, and she was very excited for me then, and I talked to her on the phone about going to actually visit St. Jude, and she was pretty proud of me. I haven't got to tell her that we raised $100,000 yet.
That will blow her away, and I'm going to tell her because tomorrow's her birthday. Do you want to tell her, or should I tell her? You
should tell her. I feel weird like bragging about that.
I know.
Charity's not a competition. Oh, we said this.
You're so. That's what I like. You're modest too. You don't like to blow your own horn.
I don't know.
That's a very good character trait.
I'm getting glares from Carrie. I think she disagrees with that statement.
You think he likes to blow his own horn a little bit too much?
Just a little bit.
Not on the charity stuff. He's always been. That was always his passion.
Let us see. What was it again? Charity is not a competition, but if it is, you gotta win.
Yeah, we said this a lot during Zeldathon because so the whole Play Live thing is like gamers raising for St. Jude, and they have rankings like who's raised the most like on the website, and there was a point in the marathon where we got to the #1 spot. We were the biggest fundraiser for them. And so I said the quote during Zeldathon, charity is not a competition, but if it was, we're winning.
Yeah. That's a good saying.
Yeah, but it's still a little gloaty.
That's the one you can put on a t-shirt.
Zeldathon. Charity's not a competition, but if it was, we've won. We've won. I hate this level.
But the first charity thing that you did, that Child's Play, it struck something in your heart, and it was your passion.
I don't know about that because I didn't really want to do another one. It was Mike who wanted to do another one for the senior project. Remember?
Oh no!
But it was after that one that I was like, yeah, we're gonna keep doing this. After I saw like.
It made you feel good.
It not only that, but it was a lot more fun once we had like more than 2 people running a marathon, Yeah. Then I realized how much more we could actually do.
And even the little ones that you did, to help people, that are just like getting that grave marker for the kid who
passed away.
He passed away in the fire, helping his family, and the one lady, Mike's sister-in-law, her husband died in a motorcycle wreck, and you got a little college fund started for their son.
Yeah.
And things like that mean so much to other people, but you don't say anything about it. You just
I don't know.
This was the first time that you were even in the paper after all these years.
Yeah, it took us 4 years to make the local paper. Like, what the heck?
I thought last year I said I wanted to put a synopsis and send it in, and you said, "Don't worry, Mom, somebody's already taking care of that." You just didn't want me to do it, did you?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I did.
That's probably the case.
I thought he always deserved to be in the paper because they put people in the Meadville Tribune that are nowhere close to doing what you were doing.
The only reason we were in the paper this time was because of Liz.
Yeah.
You have to go. You have to call in and tell people what you're doing, or else they don't know. Especially with you guys, because what you do is so obscure.
It's weird.
You said when you go to these conferences and there's all these kids that want your autograph and they want to take a picture with you, it's like a star or something. When they're making a movie, they don't know that, but when they go out in public, people then they get the adoration, and you get the feedback from the people who watch you that are your fans. And you said, I remember you saying this, I'm just the guy behind the microphone, Mom. And you're kind of like a hermit, a mole. You come out at night and you do your thing, and
I stream Monopoly at 4 a.m.
And then the sun comes up and you're like a vampire. You go down.
Yeah, we were up till 5:30 playing Monopoly last night.
The sun comes up and you go down. That's a Stevie Nicks song.
Oh my God! I love you, Mom.
What?
Making Stevie Nicks references.
Oh yeah, she's my favorite.
No, you know how many times like I say we don't break the chain, like as a very small reference, you know.
Oh yeah. Never break the chain.
Never break the chain. I say that in my videos sometimes, just you know.
Reference to Fleetwood Mac. That's actually a Lindsey Buckingham song.
Oh, is it really?
Mm-hmm.
The Fleetwood Mac did a cover of it.
No, Fleetwood Mac sang it, but Lindsey Buckingham's the singer on it.
Oh, okay.
That song. It's a Fleetwood Mac song.
So it was funny. I don't think I ever told you this, but there was the one time I did a stream and
Don't hit the beat.
I know. And we were talking. Oh no. Okay. We were talking about. We were talking about what music we like, you know, and I was like, they were like talking about like, so MC, what's your favorite bands? And I was like, well, I really like the Eagles, and the one guy was like, are you my dad? And then I was like, I also like Fleetwood Mac, and they're like, are you my mom? and it's so funny that
because you got influenced by it.
Because Dad was the Eagles fan and you were the Fleetwood Mac fan, so.
Oh, well, I was an Eagles fan too, believe me.
Oh, well, I'm sure. Did you go to any concerts?
We saw, your dad and I both, we saw the Eagles in 1977 and then again in 1997. It was their 20-year. They hadn't been together in 20 years. They said, we will only play together again if Hell Freezes Over. And it was their Hell Freezes Over tour. And we went to see them. And also Fleetwood Mac, we both saw them in 77 and then again in 97, 20 years later. And we saw them both at the same arena in Cleveland. Your dad took me to both of them, and it was just like magic, you know? When we were young kids, we saw them, and they were just as good. 20 years, I think even better. I don't remember too much about them.
No, I'm sorry.
I always have trouble with Squawk, too.
You remember his name, thank you.
Of course I do.
Oh, is that the big bird?
Yeah.
You're right on. Yeah, you gotta be careful with him. I love you.
Okay, we're gonna beat this final boss, and then we'll call it quits.
Okay, sounds good.
You remember this guy?
Carolyn's falling asleep over there anyway.
This guy used to give me nightmares.
Oh, I love that one. I can win that every time, just like that. Yeah.
You gotta hit him, and then you gotta.
He's just a knife, like just a gun.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to love playing this guy.
I used to like it's so creepy though, you know. It's
when you really think about it.
It's just a sword that has its own mind. Like
you throw cannonballs at it.
Oh, then you think he's dead, and then he comes back.
He goes really fast.
He starts freaking out on you.
Yikes!
Ah.
The fact that he's done melts me in the lava.
Ew.
Yeah, the steel doesn't melt.
Okay.
He's not in there long enough for it to melt. That's my.
Gotcha.
That's my.
Ah! This is so spooky, man. I don't like it. Too spooky.
You're doing a good job.
Too spooky. Too spooky.
Keep going. You should fly a lot more.
I don't have Dixie
you have
out.
Diddy first.
Yeah, for some reason.
You can switch over. It pauses it.
Yeah. I know, Mom.
What am I telling you?
I know. I did a whole series on this game, Mother.
You did, huh?
Yep. Oh, there you go.
There he is.
And then he.
That's what I like. He turns into bones. The steel thing turns into bones.
And
I don't get it. He's juggling.
Dixie's doing some more dance there. What's going on?
It's like she's doing the worm or something. She's doing a push-up.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna.
Quay. Oh.
So here. Oh, hi, Mom. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me zoom out here. Whoa, that's zooming in. You got your Donkey Kong shirt on
Here
for this.
Here we go. Donkey Kong right there. Old school. Yeah, he's kind of faded, but we still love him. He's not faded all the way out. He's carrying his keg around with him.
All right.
What does he have in those kegs? Think it's beer?
Maybe.
I think it's bananas.
Yes. Okay. Hold on. Whoa. Okay. So that's all. Thanks, Mom, for coming on to the video.
There's Frizzy. It's really hot in Meadville.
All right.
You're welcome. I've had a really good time.
I love you. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.